When the Giants drafted Saquon Barkley in the top 3 5 years ago and expected this kid to be the face of their franchise offensively, it took him a while, but he became it. Saquon is 26 years old. He will be 27 when the season begins. Saquon still has another 3-4 years left of top football left in his legs. This guy has been a dominant force offensively for the New York Giants. You sit back and you argue why the Giants decided to pay Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley. And some people say the quarterback position is more important than the running back position. And because the contract worked out for the Giants for the next 2 years, that if Daniel Jones doesn't work out in the next 2 years, they can opt out of the contract and it doesn't affect their cap. But here's the reason why I believe Saquon Barkley and Dexter Lawrence should have been the two players to get the extension of contracts going into the offseason. And the reason why is, as good as Daniel Jones was last year, and he was great, he was one of only 3 quarterbacks in the league that threw over 3,000 yards and 700 yards run. And 2 other quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen, were top of the league in almost every quarterback statistic. Why I don't believe Daniel Jones is ready to get paid that kind of money is because I believe a quarterback needs to show it back-to-back years, the dominance on the field and his health, because Daniel Jones, since he's come into the league, has not been 100% healthy any year. Last year was the first year I can honestly say that Daniel Jones was practically healthy the whole season. Saquon Barkley, the same thing. The guy can't stay healthy. But when he's on the field, there's no question he is the best offensive weapon the Giants have had since Odell Beckham. And what he does to defenses throughout the league is question how they can stop this kid. Do you think defense is afraid of Daniel Jones? Yes, they know he's a dual threat. Yes, they know he can run. He's a lot faster than he looks. But Daniel Jones could be stopped. Ask the Philadelphia Eagles.
More specifically, the Philadelphia Eagles turf monster.
Ask what the Eagles did in the second round of the playoffs and how they stopped Daniel Jones. They put pressure up the middle and made Daniel Jones throw the ball. And Daniel Jones' strength is not throwing the ball. It's moving out of the pocket, using his legs, and making the throws on the run. That is where he is most effective. Saquon Barkley could do everything. He's a power back. He could catch the ball. You could move him at wide receiver. You could shift him with screen passes. He blocks. He does everything. And he's still fairly young. So why didn't the Giants extend him? Why didn't they give him a 3-year deal? Give him $13 million a year. Meet him halfway. If they were offering him 12 and he wanted 14, give him 13. Now you're sitting going into this offseason not knowing if Saquon Barkley is actually going to play if he doesn't get that extension. And there are a tremendous amount of teams. There are a ton of teams right now that need a power back, a great back. One of those teams is Joe Shane's former team, the Buffalo Bills. And I've been saying this for a while. Buffalo is a great fit for Saquon Barkley. I don't know if Buffalo could afford him, but if they had a weapon like that to that roster, they're automatically a contender. Now, everybody says right now Buffalo is a contender. But when you see the Jets do what they did this offseason, especially if Aaron Rodgers heads over there, and Jalen Ramsey and the Miami Dolphins with that talent, if Tua stays healthy, how good they're going to be. The Patriots, I don't know where they're at. We're still figuring out if macaroni and cheese is going to be their quarterback going into this season. Who knows? But the AFC is a powerhouse. The NFC, it's open. And you want to make sure that your star players are taken care of. And if I was Saquon Barkley, I would sit and wait. Because I would be upset knowing that they were feeding me the ball all season long. And no matter how many teams knew he was touching the ball, he was still dominant every single game.